show real quick. A lot of times people kind of get one sound stuck in their head. Not necessarily stuck in their head, but they get one option in their brain as far as what they think they can do when there's plenty of options when you have a note, right? So, all right, so what we're going to have here is, let's just say, do you want to do D? Yeah, let's just do D. Okay. So if we have, really all we're doing is kind of figuring out where, if there is anything that like is a conflict of interest, I guess, or like where the notes don't necessarily match. So when you have, most of the time when we're playing, we're in a key, right? And we're going to be using the same 7 notes over and over again in different ways, you know, to make the chords, make the scales and all that kind of stuff. But you can play around with that, and especially with a lot of the stuff like I know that you guys like, more progressive styles of music. There's definitely a lot of options in terms of the way you're thinking of it. So what we have here, I'll make it slower. So we got that. Just the root note right now. So if you have, say, the bass cover the 5th or piano, etc. Okay, that's a good question. Okay, so as far as there's kind of like the traditional classical music theory mindset, but I think that's kind of it's helpful, but it's not really what you would be going for. I know. So it is a team effort, and so when you have your like, I used to get really intimidated by like film scores and stuff because I felt like there was just too much shit going on, but really all they're doing is playing the same kind of chord progressions, just splitting up the notes across different instruments. So yeah, so a lot of times, especially if you want something to sound really big and heavy and stuff, you're probably hitting the root as the bass note, but the bass could hit anything. It could hit the 1st, it could hit the 3rd, it could hit the 5th, and then yeah, there were like for example, in my jazz band in college, there were plenty of times when I was like, say we had a C chord, but I wasn't even playing a C note because the bass player was hitting it. So I didn't have to do anything then. Okay. So you can absolutely divide it up, and the two just to bring this up real quick, what happens a lot in rock, metal, and all that kind of stuff is the chords are definitely going to be simplified, especially when you have more like distortion on, right? And so like we all know about power chords, and a power chord is just the 1st and 5th. And then we have what some people refer to as like dyads, and that's just the 1st and 3rd. So that's like, and if we had like here, let me do this. Like if we have like those are the dyads, 1st and 3rd only. And then if we did 1st and 5th, but the one thing I need to definitely bring up, like in order to have the complete chord, you need the 1st, 3rd, and 5th, but from a creative perspective, you don't. Okay, so there's a lot of rules that say you need it, but it's not like we break rules all the time in the music that we like. So feel free to only play the 1st, you know, if you want, or only the 3rd, or whatever. Okay.